Hello everyone, today's construction day 144.
All right, so today it's a rainy day. We got up this morning, it was raining. It looks like it's getting a little brighter out there, but it's been a steady, slow rain all day, so that changed things a little bit. We did get one more step completed this morning. So that's step number 3 poured. It looks like that we're only going to be able to do one a day, and I think there's going to be 7 or 8 steps. So we're 3/8 done. So that's going to take, obviously 5 more days to get completed. But today we're focusing on cleaning up. So Typhoon Wilma is back, couldn't stop her, and even during our introduction, she's back to cleaning. So I wouldn't let her sweep. So I did all the sweeping today, but she's been doing a lot of mopping, and you'll see as I walk around some of the progress. But I want to talk a little bit about labor. So we did lose 3 more guys. So we're down to 5 workers. And here's what I know. This is explained to me not only by the contractor who was up here today, we had another good meeting, but other people in the area that's told me the exact same thing, that's come up and visited our site, who's either built a house or in the middle of building a house. So typically what I hear is, these guys start a project, and I was told that a good percentage of them never finishes the actual build. So say the build is a typical 1-year build, and I think that's fair to say the typical house build of this size is about 1 year. So they get into 6, 7, 8 months now, starting the finishing work. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So what the guys do is they look for another build that's just starting, because they want to have that 12-month steady income. And if they see a build is 80% done, they're saying to themselves, there's only a month or 2 left, and then I'll be unemployed. And somebody else may take that other job, that other build. So, Down's a very popular area for building right now. A lot of foreigners are buying up property. There's a lot of homes that just started here after the pandemic started or finished. So what guys are doing is, they find a brand new build that's just starting and say, oh, that's a 12-month build, so I'm going to jump this job that's 80% done and go to that build that's, just started. So they have the, that long income guarantee. So that's the thought process. That's what I was told. I don't know if that's factual or not, but that's what I was told. So we lost 3 guys. I was told all 3 have left for other positions that just started. So it is what it is. So Jernell has a couple of laborers in the area that he recommends. So he spoke to the contractor today, and the contractor said absolutely. So there should be 2 new faces here on site tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that plays out. And what the contractor asked for them to do is to start here and just come across and get rid of all this, call it filth. Just to go around the entire work site, pick up whatever can be burned will be burned. All the pieces of tile will be put in cement sacks and stacked to be picked up. Any wood will be picked up and stored right across the roadway. So they're going to start with some cleanup. So I just wanted to touch on that topic of labor. You would think there would be plenty of people to choose from, but what I'm hearing and what I'm experiencing is it's difficult to find people to work the builds, because we've tried to add a couple staff here for a few weeks now, and we just told there's no one available, which is surprising to me, because I believe the unemployment rate in this area has got to be high. I don't even want to guess, but if you force me to guess, I'll say unemployment's 50%. That's probably a crazy number. But you see a lot of people that's available. And another piece of information is, it's hard to determine what is considered a job or not. A lot of people just work their farms. So technically, they're just here in the mountain area. They have a plot of land, they have a garden, and they pick their vegetables and they take it down to town and sell it. So that's classified as a position. So again, the culture here is different. The typical job in the first world country is, you're punching a time clock, you're driving to work, you work for a company, you have benefits, you have a nice 401k. That's not what a typical job is here. Typical job here in this general area is you're a farmer. So finding skilled workers and finding laborers has been a challenge here. And I've been told that it's a challenge at many job sites. So we should have two new people here tomorrow. So what we're doing today is we are planning not to put baseboards because I was told we have two choices. We could do wood or PVC. And I seen the PVC baseboards. They look horrible. They look very cheap. And we do not want to have wood here just because of the tropics and potential for bugs. So we are going to just really dress this up with grout. And then you can see what we're doing today is they added another layer of skim coat. And now they're going through and sanding it just to get it real smooth. And then come in and do another touch-up paint. So we're focusing on that today. You can see we got the floor looking pretty good. Definite improvement. And Wilma did a real nice job. Remember what this room looked like yesterday? So we're starting to stack things in groups. So there is some grout. Then out here we put all the electrical components, all the wire, all their tools, all in boxes. And then the general trash that the guys will pick up tomorrow is this out here on a 2-meter overhang. That's the leftover compressor that's being installed on Saturday. We stacked the paint, so if the guys need paint, they know where to go. So we definitely got this area looking good. Now it still needs to be grouted. It still needs to be cleaned up because there's some, you can see there's some paint. See some paint there? That all has to be cleaned up, but definitely much better. Little progress in here. So we did do some sweeping up, but you got some cement stains. That's cement that's got to come up. We're going to work on that this afternoon. And you still see we have some trash that needs to be cleaned up, but this area looks a lot better than it did just an hour ago. So we still got some touch-ups here to do, and then a little bit of paint here. So that's all we'll clean up. So definitely progress. A lot of work to do in there. Toilets are arrived, so that's good. And then also some progress. Remember what this room looked like yesterday? So we got a lot of it cleaned up. Now this has not been swept or mopped yet, but just the clutter has been picked up. And you can see they're now starting the ceiling with the cement board. So that's the first piece going in. Same thing here. We're going to start resanding this down and doing some touch-ups, and then touch-ups there. There's scaffolding, so I won't go into the master, but the master is painted now. So you can definitely see that we are making some progress, and it's lunchtime for the guys now with some general cleanup day, and then tomorrow will be trash day. We will get all this rubble and trash out of here, and that is the plan. for a rainy day. So we got a little break in the rain shower department. So just show you guys quickly our third step. And we got a little tin roof over it just to keep the rain off it, but all formed up. So we took the form off of step 2, brought it up for step 3. And I think in the world of step making, these 8 or 9 steps are going to get more view time or more air time than any other steps in the world. It's like watching paint dry. But you know, this is something that Janelle and I are doing together. So he's just wrapping up the very top, and it looks like we'll be doing just 1 step a day. I have mentioned the front area, the front of our fence, that we were going to take a lot of this dirt, and it's very nice black topsoil. Just look how dark and rich looking this topsoil is. So it's going to be great for the garden. So what we want to do is we want to just repeat this. This is the gentle slope that goes up. That's going to go up to our neighbor's property. So we want to keep it the same level. So basically right here, and we just got started digging this out. So Janelle's doing this in between his steps. And you can see that the dirt is starting to go up in Wilma's garden as a topping. So what we're going to do here is keep it at this level, and look at all that dirt. All the way going to where the gate will be. We're going to take all this dirt out. So we're going to have to be very cautious around these rocks. You know, taking dirt from one side then the other, and it will settle down a little bit. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because we don't want those to roll. But we'll make it happen. And then all this dirt's going to come out all the way out to here. We want to be able to get rid of this steep pitch and have it come off the roadway and come up much more of a gentle slope. And then the plan will be, because remember, our property line is not the fence. The property line is this mahone here. So here's the property line right here. So again, we're just gonna pull this back. And then there's a mahone here, and then there's actually a second one over here, because a few people commented that I built the fence not on the property line. So there's the second mahone, and it goes right up the fence line. So there's actually 2 mahones here on an angle, and that's why this fence is on an angle, not at a 90 degree, because that's the way the property goes. So just another part of the plan, of the landscaping plan, is we're going to start coming across here. And this is going to take time because there's a lot of dirt here. I don't know if the camera can even pick this up, but there is a lot that'll come across. Now we're still going to have to leave enough because we want to backfill. I believe we're just going to leave 3 blocks show, which is part of the plan. So we're going to backfill way down there, and then we'll once this is all flattened out, we'll do the same 30 cm strip, and then on the opposite side a 60 cm strip of the white stone. But we can't do that, and we can't backfill till this is rendered. So we're just skipping that for now and just coming across. I would imagine this would take Janelle, I'm going to say it's going to take him 6 to 10 days to do this, just because it's so much dirt, and he has to take it out 1 wheelbarrow at a time and then bring it all the way up the driveway, and then he's bringing it here and he's dumping it all on this side, because we're still getting deliveries of sand and rock over here. So we want to just bring the dirt over this way. That was Sandy chasing a chicken. She doesn't let any other dogs or chickens in the area. Good girl. Good girl, Sandy. And Sandy's a real good watchdog. What she does, and the boys, of course, are here, but what Sandy does is if anybody, the roadway is right here. And then as you guys know, our road comes up like this. If anybody is walking anywhere down that road or comes onto the subdivision, she knows it. And what she does is she starts growling. And then once the person is in view, she'll start barking. So it's a good alert system, an alarm system. So we appreciate that very much. You're a good watchdog, Sandy. And there's the boys. And they get their first deworming tomorrow. So we have the deworming, and they get their first dose tomorrow. So now you know why I want to bring all this nice topsoil that's in the front of the property right here. Look how dark that is. That is some dark, rich topsoil. So we brought up a bunch, if you remember, that pile right there, a couple feet deep. We got that from over on the roadway. So that's all real nice topsoil as well. But the plan is to have enough. And you can see how this slopes down just perfectly, just to run all water. But the plan is to get enough of this up here once the construction is done. So, you know, we can't worry about this side right now with the trash, and they're still sifting sand, some concrete residue here, stones. So, you know, half of Wilma's garden is still construction phase. But this half, while we're waiting for the guys to get done with the ceiling, and they start to continue with the fence and then the rendering of the wall here, then we'll go back to doing the stone, that 60 cm stone you can see right there. So we'll make some hay while it's raining out, and we'll get all that topsoil up here, and then we won't spread it out yet. That'll be the very last thing that we do. But once we have all the fence done, rendered, everything backfilled, the stones in place, then we'll look to start spreading this out all over this area, and it's just going to make the ground a little bit more fertile than it already is. You can see it's taking shape already. He's already came all the way over to here, and you can see that this rock is definitely lower than that rock. So you know, definitely concerned about you know, digging out from under these rocks to get them to settle down to the final grade. But he did this one no problem. So he just digs out on one side, gets it to lean, and then digs out the other side, and it leans down right in place perfect. But I did tell him that I'm going to move my truck just in case one of these gets a mind of its own and starts rolling. I don't want my truck in the way, so I'm going to go ahead and move that now. But I said 6 to 8 work days. That's probably for a normal man, not Jernell. He's Superman. So you know, literally to get to here was 1 hour in real time. So he's going to have this in just a couple of days. So that right there looks like will be the finished height where the rocks will be. You can see how dark this dirt is, and you can see a little over 3 rock reveal. He's going to pull that dirt back just a little bit because we want to render 4 blocks, but then we'll backfill. But look how good that looks just in 1 hour.